Howdy everyone, I'm back at it again. I'm out here on the river today with my buddy Jacob, Jagged Tooth Tackle on YouTube. Yeah, it's a beautiful spring day here in North Dakota, so had to come out and give it a try. I was actually out here on this stretch a few days ago and hooked into a few muskies, so the only logical thing to do would be to come back and try it again. Yeah, I was getting them on the swim bait out here the other day. I was really tempted to just tie that on again, but we're gonna try something kind of interesting out here today. I've got some of these 10-inch Magnum Baits, stick baits, black, blue flake color. I've got one rigged up already here, wacky style. So we're gonna toss the Magnum Wacky worm in front of some muskie today and see if we can get bit. Take a quick look at the action of that thing. He does sink a little bit fast. Might be because I've got a steel leader in front of him, but honestly, I think that should work pretty well. I mean, those fish were responding really well to the swim bait the other day. I think they just really wanted something kind of in the middle part of the water column. And with this big wacky worm, we can keep it up there, twitch it right in front of those fish's face, and hopefully we'll be able to watch a muskie or two inhale that 10-inch Senko out here today. What are you throwing? There you go. Oh, it's just a snag. Hooked up on a rock or something over here. Is that a fish right down there? I couldn't tell. I don't think it was. White chatterbait. A little bit of ice on the edge over here.
Definitely not as clear, is it?
No.
A little bit of murky might not be too bad, though.
Yeah. Will help those fish not be able to see us. Yeah, it's really tough to see. The other day I could see down to the bottom of that little stick poking up there, and there's a nice muskie sitting there. Did you get bit? Yeah, I think I had one chase mine from over in that area the other day. Fish on. Musky. Oh, there's one on the Magnum Senko. Oh, look at that. Oh, I was starting to wonder if they're in here. The water is definitely a little bit more murky out here today, so it's tougher to see those fish. I did go get myself a bigger net too, by the way. Not a bad fish, if I can get him in the net. Come on over here, buddy. Yeah. It's kind of nice not having two sets of treble hooks to deal with too. Look at that. First fish of the day, nice muskie on the 10-inch wacky worm. Awesome. Look at that, right in the roof of the mouth with that hook. Beauty of a fish. Yeah, that's what we were hoping to find out here today. Didn't take too long to find the first one. Off he goes. Yes. Well, we got the first fish out of the way. I'll give you guys a quick rundown of the setup I'm using out here today. So like I said earlier, I'm using the Magnum Baits 10-inch MagStick. And then I did put a little piece of heat shrink on there just to help keep my worm, since I'm going to be tossing that out here all day. And then I've got a 7/0 oversized worm hook I'm running on there today, a 9-inch 30-pound steel leader, and then I'm fishing it on one of my bass rods. It's really the rod that I'd use for frog fishing or throwing heavier lures. I'd fish for bass. It's a 6'6" medium heavy power St. Croix Bass X rod, Daiwa Zillion reel, and I'm running 30-pound braid for mainline. Well, we know those fish are still up here. We know they're hungry today. I'm gonna get that worm back in the water and we'll see if we can find another one willing to bite. Oh, that was such a satisfying feeling. The thump that one gave my worm. I wish I could translate that over to the YouTube video, but hopefully you guys saw my rod twitch, at least. Uh-oh, I found a snag. Oh. It gave my worm back. Yeah, like I mentioned, unfortunately the water has gotten quite a bit more murky out here since the other day. So we probably won't be able to see those fish chase my lure up, but I've got my hooks in another one here. Musky number 2. Man, maybe 5 minutes after I just released that other one. I had a feeling that 10-inch wacky worm would work great. This one might be a little bit bigger than that first one. Get in there. Oh yeah. It's nice having a little bit bigger net. It makes it a little bit easier getting those fish in there. Unbelievable. About 5 minutes after I released that first fish, I had another one just hammer that 10-inch Senko. Yeah, this one's definitely a little bit nicer fish too. Just a thick, healthy looking musky. Awesome fish.
It's a big belly on those too.
All right, your turn, Jacob. I think he's switched to something similar. He's got a 6-inch, what is it, jumbo TRD?
Yeah.
Giant TRD. Yeah, man, I had a feeling that big wacky worm was gonna work great. Just something about that twitch fall that the fish cannot say no to. The good old wacky rig. It's been one of my favorite bass lures the past several years. Might become one of my favorite musky setups now too, at least this Magnum size wacky. Yeah, it's a little bit different fishing out here than the other day. The other day I could just paddle around until I saw a musky and back off of them basically, but the good thing is I remember all the spots where the musky were hanging out on this stretch, so it's basically what we're doing out here is just hitting those spots where I found them out here the other day. I got one. Fish on. Another one on the Magnum Wacky worm. Yeah, I didn't see anything down here the other day, but I was just telling Jacob, it looks like the type of spot we'd find something.
You're killing me, Matt.
Alright, come on over here, you. Get in my net. Got him. Oh, nice. Musky number 3. Man, that is just a beast of a fish too. All right, you guys, look at that fish. 3rd muskie of the day. Yeah, I was just telling Jacob it's starting to look fishy in here, and about a minute later, thump. Just another beast. Beautiful fish.
Well, there's only one thing to throw today.
They are liking that wacky worm. I gotta re-rig it. All right, Jacob, I'm out of commission for a couple minutes. You're up.
Here's my chance.
I don't even think we're in the best part of the day quite yet. I mean, we're probably getting on it. I think 2 to 3 the other day was when I really found those fish to be active out here. It's maybe 1 o'clock right now, but it is quite a bit warmer out here today. I didn't have to wear my ice fishing suit on this trip. I mean, I'm fishing that wacky worm just like I would if I was fishing a smaller one for bass, just twitching it along. I might be fishing it a little bit faster because I think it's sinking a little bit faster with that steel leader in front of it. I'm trying to keep it off the bottom, at least a little bit. It's all kinds of muck on the bottom. If I touch bottom with that worm, I'll probably pick up some of that muck. Ew. So we've made it back up here to the honey hole. I'm really hoping Jacob hooks into one. Feel kind of bad. I'm up on him 3 to zip so far. I did give him one of my big black wacky worms though to throw, so we'll see if that's the difference maker. He was throwing something pretty similar already. Yeah, I think like a Z-Man Jumbo TRD worm or something. But I don't know, with this murky water, they might just like that black worm too. It probably stands out a little bit more than the green one that he had. I haven't seen any fish follow that worm back today, but it is a lot tougher to see today. The water's not nearly as clear as it was. What a difference a few days makes. I think what did it is most of the snow melted off the banks, ran into the river and muddied it up a little bit. I mean, it's not terrible here. I can still see a little bit, but the other day I could see just about everything out here. that a fish? Oh, it is a fish. Oh my gosh. No. I thought it was snagged on the bottom there for a second, but nope, that is musky number 4. All right, I gotta get my net extended out here. I was really hoping Jacob would get one in this little stretch here. I let him fish through first, but I guess I've just got the musky luck out here today. Look at that. Fish number 4 in the net. You got one too? Oh, nice. All right, Jacob just hooked into one. Give me just a second, I'll come over there with my net. All right, musky number 4 for me. I'm gonna do a quick release because Jacob just hooked into one here. I gotta give him my net. All right, I'm coming. Try to keep him out of the tree there. All right, you want my net?
Yeah.
There you go.
He's like under me.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna give Jacob a little bit of space here.
Get away from that tree a little bit. Big fish. Look at that thing.
Yeah, that is a nice one. Get him.
Oh my gosh, that is perfect. Oh my gosh.
Nice job, dude. Dude, just back-to-back musky. I catch one. Jacob hooks up with one.
I'm literally shaking, dude.
Epic day out here.
I'm literally shaking. Oh my god, he's huge.
Smile for the camera. All right, we got pics.
Oh, okay. Is there any way to get some kind of length?
I have a ruler on my paddle. I don't know. He's probably about 40.
Can we get...
I'd say it's tough. I don't know where the ruler starts.
Right
about there.
Yeah, he's over 40. I'm gonna guess close to 42 actually, from what I saw on your thing. Oh, that's probably the biggest muskie I've ever caught. That's a huge, huge fish. Oh.
Adrenaline shakes. At least I'm not the only one that gets them.
On that netting net. Getting the net ready after he caught his.
I better grab my net. Yeah, I had to do the quick release on mine. I heard you had a monster. Yeah, I was definitely
Okay,
worth
I got to shake something terrible.
hurrying over to you.
That's what it's like to have Matt's 10-inch on board.
Dude, that was a beast of a fish, man.
Fish.
Awesome. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for today's trip. We're just about back up to where we started from. What a day out here on the river. I ended up with 4 muskie. Really glad Jacob caught one at the end there. I was starting to feel a little bit bad for him, but I think his was the biggest of the day. Just a beautiful fish. Yeah, I had a feeling that big 10-inch wacky worm would do the trick out here, and it definitely did not disappoint. This fish just cannot say no to the wacky worm. Yeah, that might actually become part of my regular arsenal for musky fishing. Well, it's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along with us. I'll see you next time.